Hello. Like to see that I'm on here. Yep, there I am. Hi, Serina. First one in the chat. I appreciate you being here. Hello, Tug of Light. Let's see. Welcome back to my channel, Intuitive Insights in Tarot. With me, I'm Scott A. Yates, not to be confused with a other Scott who does Tarot by Scott over in Phoenix. That's not me. Let's see here. So the reason I decided to do this live today is because I never did pull cards on this idea that I came up with about who's being audited by the IRS. And this came up because when I did a live stream a couple of weeks back about is the IRS does the IRS still exist? Um, and I got a no, and I've gotten this in private readings when people have asked me about it. I've like people have asked me, they've said, I haven't been paying my taxes for the past couple of years. Should I be concerned? I always get a no. Yeah, there's gonna what tug of light. What you're referring to is there. I have another topic after this, so I'm going to do two separate videos. That way, when the live video gets processed, the two topics will be separated. So first, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this probably because, okay, get sidetracked like I always do. This is why I forgot to pull cards on this last time. So, in that uh, live stream I did that day, I got yet another confirmation that the IRS, at least the way it used to operate, no longer exists in that capacity. There you go. Huh. Thank you, Tim, for that. Oh, yeah. Okay. So let me not get distracted. That's great news, Tim. That's what I've been getting. And okay, so that last live video I did, I got a comment in the replay, and it said, "I'm a CPA, and you know, um, I do. She does people's taxes, and she knows people who have been getting audited and been getting contacts from the IRS." And well, there's two questions. First off, no offense to the person who wrote that comment, but I don't know you, and I don't know if you're even a real person. It could have been a bot, um, or it could be somebody who maybe they feel really strongly about it, and they just want to. Maybe they're fibbing a little bit about who they are and what they know. So let's do the first question like this. Since I asked about is does the IRS exist and are they? Yeah. Let's see. Well, then I came up with the idea. Sorry, I'm getting low. I just okay. Let's assume that that's true. Let's assume that that person really is a CPA, and maybe there's somebody else who's out there who's a CPA, who's got has information like this. If that's true, and if the IRS in its original form doesn't exist anymore, then I have to change because I'm looking at the YouTube feed and it's throwing me off. Okay. Uh, what if the white hats are using the powers of the IRS, the auditing powers, to look for remnants of the cabal. So those who are responsible for the trafficking of small ones and whatever kind of nefarious things that the cabal was into. And a lot of it had to do with money. So, you follow the money, and that would lead you to the bad guys. So that was the idea I came up with. But first, I am going to do a quick read on CPAs in general. Um, no offense to people out there who may be a CPA who's watching this, but if that's your job, then you're almost kind of like sleeping with the enemy. So I kind of don't trust CPAs just on the face of them. So I'm gonna not specifically the one who contacted me, but CPAs in general. Are they in cahoots? Are they working with the black hats, or can anything a CPA tells you be trusted? I guess is my question. Oh, I know something I want to ask. Um, like in the thumbnail says, have you ever been audited? I know I haven't. Not only that, I don't know anybody who's ever been audited. Do you? Um, think about that for a moment. Let me take a look at the chat. Since I'm doing this on my own today, oops, how do I do that? Exit full screen. There we go. No, position this in a way so I can still read the chat. I see myself. All right, that over here. Oops. So how I do. There we go. This over here. Okay, now I can see the chat. Thank you, Gigi. I appreciate that. It's good to hear every once in a while. Okay, what about you? Here's a good question. Do you know anybody, and I'm talking individuals, not corporations? Thank you, Tug of Life. Yeah, since Shree's not here, some feedback from you guys about my sound and how the screen, how it looks on screen and everything. No, I haven't been audited. I am small potatoes. Yeah, that's one thing. Not worth their time. That's what I'm thinking about myself too. And I don't lie, so no need. Um, okay. But do you know anybody? Do you know any big potatoes who have been audited? Have you ever heard of anybody being? I haven't. I mean, I'm sure I know it did happen in the past, and there are plenty of famous people who were taken down by the IRS, like Al Capone. Okay. So CPAs that are currently operating now, and the one who said that she knows of people being audited. Like your dad was a CPA. I am sorry, Tim. I don't mean to disparage your father, and I'm sure there are good CPAs, but anyway, CPAs. That's interesting too. That Tim Brown says his father was a CPA and he stopped paying taxes. Don't know anyone who's been audited. Okay, so I don't know how many people we have watching right now. Probably not a whole lot, since my audience tends to be small. All right, that's a good card for CPA. That's the Page of Pentacles. Let me adjust my camera. Yeah, because like this is someone who's literally counting his coins. I might have to mess with this a little bit. Yeah. So here you go. Here's your CPA. And he's a small fish too. He's not very important. That is, why is that wrong? I gotta, that camera angle is not right. So what do I gotta do? Pull it up. Okay. So there's your CPA. And he's just a small guy. So he doesn't, he's not really connected. Oh, and there's the six of cups. Okay, that's interesting. Another good card for an auditor. He's counting his coins. Okay, the lovers, the four of wands. Okay, the ace of swords and the ten of cups. All right, so I don't know. I had it in my mind that CPAs were kind of like working with the bad guys. Nope, I was wrong. Okay, I'll so to say that right now. CPAs are just ordinary people who are working to help. They're trying to help other people keep their money, their taxes in line, so they don't get in trouble. Okay. Um, in particular, the person who said that they were a CPA and made the comment on my channel was telling the truth. Um, and the ten of cups. Um, okay, so so that means that there are people who are getting audited, and that brings up the next question. Um, I mean, like MJ Squirrel or somebody said that they don't worry about it because they don't lie, but your taxes are illegal, and it's like the government stealing from you. So if you want to fight against that and not lie, but just not file. So I'm not saying like if you go to a CPA and then you hide income and you lie and things like that. I'm just saying not file. Period. That's what I'm talking about. Just like Tim Brown said, he hasn't filed in 6 years. Um, okay, so like I said, I'm going to go back to my question: is the CPA? She has customers. She doesn't know them personally. She's he or she. I don't know why I said she. They don't know them personally, and um, so they don't know if they're people who have been doing things in the shadows. So that was my question, and it was: is are the white hats using the remains, or what is the hulk of the IRS in the form that it is today, to follow the money to find the bad guys who were abusing young ones and doing things like that? Okay. So this first card is the IRS. Oh, justice. Now, I might have been right about this one. And the high priestess, the three of cups, the king of pentacles, and the three of wands. Yeah, there's some truth to what I'm saying here. Hmm. And this is like transnational. So it's or well, in this case, since I am limiting this to the United States, it's all the states in the Union, or in the United States. That's what this card means. Going to other lands. Each state is a different um, state, or it's a different country technically. A state is its own entity. And high priestess. So and justice. The IRS. I mean, the IRS is coming up as justice. All right. You see, I was right about this. I was wrong about the CPAs being, working in, kind of like covering up for the bad guys or whatever. I apologize to all the CPAs out there. Um, but that's what's going on here. Oh, and the Ace of Cups across from the Six of Cups. These are children, and this is protection for children and saving children, and then you have the High Priestess here, which is this is being led by spiritual, like a spiritual guidance. And then the king that represents like Donald Trump or those who are in control of government now. And those are the good guys. Yes, exactly. Party substance, I'll say it, adrenochrome. Um, there are still small pockets that are where that's going on. And there's a lot of money exchanged, and that's what they've been using. So if you're a CPA and you have clients that are being audited by the IRS, you can bet that those clients are probably not the good guys. There you go, Tim Brown. Good intuition, Tim. All right. So I'm gonna be, well, before I end this broadcast, I'd like to remind people that I am available for private readings, and come up. I put my website there in the description. And if you come over to my website, come to book here. And right now I want more people to experience having a reading with me. And for that reason, if you have never had a reading with me before and you want to try a sample of 30 minutes, so this is the idea that I have. Book a 30-minute session with me and then pay whatever you want to pay. If $5 is all you have, pay $5 for a 30-minute session, and you can ask 3 or 4 questions in 30 minutes. Okay. If you want to extend it to an hour, then you could pay my regular fee of $55. So you'd essentially be getting an hour for 55 plus your initial $5 for a maximum of $60 if that's all you want to pay for an hour. Okay. Um, and before I end this broadcast, does anybody in the chat have any questions for me? I'll do them right here. Oops, I lost the chat. Let me find that again. And then I'm going to end this broadcast and go over to my next topic, which slips my mind at the moment what I was going to. Oh, okay, I'm going to do that in the other one. Let's see, where was I? Okay. Well, its agents become ERS, external revenue agents, give us the money. IRS, will I be okay? Mold exposure. Okay, I'm going to do this one for MJ Squirrel real quick. She's been exposed to mold. All right, Sandy, I'm gonna come back on and do another live, and I'll do stuff like that in the next one. This is a kind of an addendum to the tax video I did a while ago because I didn't draw I didn't answer the question. Is the IRS being used to weed out the cabal? Got a resounding yes in that. That was, I knew there had to be a logical explanation for that. Okay, so this one is for who did I say with the mold? Yeah, MJ Squirrel. Okay. Will I be okay? Mold exposure. Okay. Can you tell me, MJ, have you had it cleaned up? Have you had a professional hot water tank leaked? Been doing cleanup for a week? Oh, there you go. You just answered the question. Okay. Have you been using personal protection equipment, PPEs? Have you been wearing masks? Or at least a mask. That's the one time when you really should wear a mask is when you have mold uh like that. Okay, so this is for you, MJ. Are you and hold off your questions because I'm gonna go to another I'm gonna end this live and I'm gonna start a new one. Okay, 11, I'm sorry, nine of wands, MJ, two of cups, eight of wands. Uh-oh. Tower. You looks like you may have gotten exposed to something there, MJ. You were wearing mask and gloves. And okay, look, the tower is not about your health. So I want to read your question again because you said, "Will I be okay? Will I be okay?" Physically, you're fine, but I think you're gonna run into more problems with the house. In other words, um, maybe like the mold has gotten into places where I hate to say this, but like it's going to have to be like a whole like ripping out of everything and redoing everything. As far as your health goes, it looks like your physical health is fine. It's the structure of your house or the maybe your house is just not safe to live in anymore until like if you've been doing it yourself. Yeah, looking at that five of swords as your I mean I the Empress is healthy and the Four of Pentacles is solid health. So I want to say your health is okay, but there's something going on with the structure of your house, MJ. And it might let me pull. I'm thinking it looks like you probably should not be there for a while professionals come in and clean it out. Okay. But I don't think that you have any lasting physical effects on yourself from the mold, but the building's in trouble. Okay, that's what I think is going on there. All right. So, yep, I'm going to end this one and I'm going to start the next one. I can't remember what was the topic I had it on. I got to go look at my I got to look at my channel to see. Sandy, what was it? Have you been audited? Is the troops that are going out to 19 different states. Is this getting ready for the martial law? Okay, that's what I'm going to do next. So I'm going to end this one. If I can find where they ended at. I got to go all the way back to my studio, my YouTube studio, and pull up this. And I'm going to end this and give me about 5 minutes. I'm going to start a new one. Is this preparation for martial law? I'm going to do that one right now. Okay, so you guys come over there and join me there. Find out what's going on with these 1,700 troops that Trump is moving up. Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you guys for being here.